Hey, Becky. Hoping everybody can see me. This is a different perspective of my living room than last time. I'm still trying to figure out the best lighting, all those things we're doing collectively. We're all becoming videographers, directors. Hey, Katie. Hi, Ava. I see you guys coming in. Hey, Elizabeth. Are your littles there? Tell your littles I said hello. So different perspective. Hopefully the lighting's better. Hopefully you can see me and hear me. Let me know if you can't. Give me some feedback because we are always trying to improve our video production skills, of which we had 0 2 weeks ago, and now we have a little bit. I'm going to give everybody a minute to join, and we're going to do an hour this morning. I plan on offering lots of options and modifications. So if you're really feeling like you need to move this morning, you go for it. You guys know how to take care of your bodies and how to modify as needed. I wish I could see you and give you some more suggestions for that, but hopefully soon enough. You can hear my birds. Becky says she can hear my birds. And that's my dog. So we have 2 birds. They're parakeets, Banana and Jakey. They're upstairs in my daughter's room. It's good ambiance, right? And my dog Annie might be coming in and out. So if you guys are ready to get started, let's start in child's pose. So bring your hips back towards your heels. Bring your forehead to the mat. Go ahead and settle in. Roll your forehead back and forth on the mat. Start to breathe. Give yourself permission to land here, to be here for the next 60 minutes. Releasing your grip on anything that you don't need. Any thoughts, any worries, any physical discomfort, any tension. Breathe it out. If you'd like to press your over your head and bend your elbows, you can bring your thumbs to the back of your neck in this prayer position. And you're welcome to set an intention or dedication for today's practice if you'd like to do that. Let's take a full breath in together. Fill up, pause, and then exhale to let it go. Release. Do it again, a big breath at your own pace, a little pause at the top of the inhalation, and then a full breath out. Release your hands back down to the mat in front of you and start walking your hands over to the right side of your mat. Keep your hips square, maybe your left hand drapes over your right, side body stretch. And then go the other way. Coming back into your child's pose through center. Press up onto hands and knees, and we'll meet in a seated position. So send your legs out in front of you. Cross your legs if that's comfortable. And rock back and forth here so you can plug yourself into the earth. Feel supported through both hips. If you have a block or a blanket you'd like to prop up on, go ahead and do that if it will help you to lift your spine a little more. Take your shoulders up towards your ears and then roll them back, down, away. Do that a couple of times. You're going to take the left hand, plant it down, take the right arm up and over your head and start to reach over to the left side of the room. Side body stretch. Come back through center. Let's do it the other way. Lift up and over, keeping both hips planted, lengthening through the side body. Let's do it one more time on each side, no hurry. And then we'll go the other way. Come back to neutral. This time we'll take our hands behind our back, interlace your fingers, palms together, squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift your chin a little bit here. Broaden your collarbone. Lift your chest. And then bring your shoulders back over your hips. Release your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers, and drop your chin to your chest, dropping your elbows down towards your lap. A little stretch through the back of the neck. And then come back up to neutral. Take your hands down by your side, send your feet out in front of you, flex your feet, shake it out, and we're going to take a little flowing forward fold. So as you lift up, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, nice easy fold reaching towards your feet. Inhale, come back up, long spine. Exhale, bend. Take a few more of these with your breath, inhaling as you reach, exhaling as you fold. More time, inhale and fold. This time we're going to hold it. If you can grab your feet, that's fine. Or your shins or your knees. Make length through your back body and bring your head and your nose a little bit closer to your knees on each exhalation. And then make your way back up to neutral. We're going to send our legs behind us and come onto hands and knees, table pose. Start with a little bit of organic movement, swaying the hips, taking some circles, going in both directions, maybe front to back, maybe side to side. And we're going to meet in our table pose. So bring your knees right under your hips, your shoulders right over your wrists. Spread your fingertips wide, and we'll take some cow-cats. So it's an inhale to drop the belly, look up gently, and an exhale to round the spine, touch the chest. Let's do a few more of those. Find your breath, find your pace here. And then come back to a neutral spine. This time we'll step just the right foot back, coming onto the ball of the right foot. Take a little bit of movement through the back, through the toe and the calf. And then come to stillness here. You're welcome to float the right foot up, bringing the hip. Left hand reaches forward, thumb towards the center, or palm towards the center, thumb facing up. Balancing table. Send your gaze down and see if you can find stillness here. Gently set the palm down. Gently set the knee down. Shake out your tail a little bit. We'll do it on the other side. Left foot steps back, first stretching through the toes and the calf a little bit. And then float the foot up, lead with the heel. Find length in the spine, right arm can join. Send your gaze to the top of the mat, neutral spine, neutral neck. Looking for stillness. Replace the hand. Replace the knee. Shake it out a little bit. This time we're going to tuck our toes under and start to hover our shins about 6 inches from the mat. So lift the knees, breathe. And then send the knees back down. Hover the knees. Don't let them touch. Let's do that again. Lift a little higher. Send them down and hover. Lift on the inhalation. Hover on the exhale. One more time. Lift. Or to hover. Hold it. Hold it. One more breath. And then start to straighten the knees for your first down dog. Pedal your feet out here. Bend one knee as you press the opposite heel down. Head. Sway your hips. And then before you come to stillness, let's find a nice strong plank pose. Shoulders come right over the wrists. Heels are right over the balls of the feet. Exhale, down dog. Don't move your hands or your feet. Hold it. Drop your heels down a little. Bring your chest in towards your thighs. Make a V shape with your body. And then start to tiptoe your feet forward. Forward fold, Uttanasana, top of the mat, stepping out a little wider than your hips maybe. Drop the head, grab opposite elbows with opposite hands, find ragdoll. And then release your hands down, walk your feet right under your hips. We're going to come all the way up. Reach fingertips to the sky. Bring your palms together. Exhale, hands to the heart, mountain pose. Stand up tall. Next time you inhale, reach up. As you exhale, forward fold, soft knees, hinge. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold. Do it again. Inhale, reach up. Big breath in. Exhale, take it all the way back down. Inhale to lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold here. We're going to plant the palms. Take the right foot between the thumbs and step just the left foot back, coming onto the ball of the left foot. Low. Coming to stillness here. Lengthen your spine. As you exhale, drop your left hip down a little bit. And make sure you can get the right knee right over the right ankle. And if that means dropping your back knee down, that's fine. Or you can have your back knee lifted. Then plant your left palm, peel your right arm up, twisting here. Drop the foot down, or the hand down rather, right hand down. We're going to step back foot to meet, front foot to meet the back foot, plank pose. Dropping the knees to the mat, we're going to take half chaturanga. So slide your hips forward and start to draw your elbows in towards your ribs as you lower all the way down onto your belly. Inhale, baby cobra, peel it up. Exhale, table pose to down dog. From here, start walking your feet, forward fold again, forward fold, so feet come to hands. You can take your ragdoll again if you'd like to, or if you have toe hold in your practice, you can reach down for your big toes. Send your elbows wide in 2 separate directions. And then release your hands, sweep all the way up, reach for the sky, palms together over your head. Exhale, mountain pose. Come back to your stillness. Take your shoulders and let them drop your ears. Next time you inhale, reach all the way up. As you exhale, trace the midline, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway, flat back. Exhale to fold. Let's do it again. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold here. This time we're going to take the left foot in between the thumbs and step the right foot back. Low lunge coming onto the ball of the right foot. Find length through the spine. Drop the hip. And then plant your right palm to the inside of your left foot and take your left twist. Again, option to drop the back knee if that's more comfortable for you. Left hand floats back down, stepping back into plank pose or supported plank pose. And then you can lower down fuller half chaturanga going through your flow. So lowering down slowly. Find your up dog or your baby cobra. Exhale to tuck your toes and meet in downward facing dog. Look to the top of your mat, soften your knees, and step or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Lengthen halfway when you arrive. Exhale to fold. We'll take a few sun salutations. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Step or hop back, and then go through your flow. You can take half or full chaturanga, take your back bend, and then end up in down dog, or you can simply take your hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. We'll all meet there. Breath in, breath out. Send your gaze to the top of the mat. Bring your feet to your hands. Lengthen halfway when you arrive. Exhale to fold. So that's the pattern. It's a big breath in as you rise. It's a big breath out as you fold. Lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold, and then meet me in your down dog, however you like to arrive. Flowing if you'd like to flow. I'm going to go straight to downward facing dog. Send your gaze to the top of the mat, soften your knees, bring your feet to your hands, and lengthen halfway when you arrive. Exhale to fold. Let's do it again, warming up the body. Come all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Meet me in down dog, however you'd like to arrive. Looking to the top of the mat, soften your knees, bring your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Do it again. Come up. One breath. Come down. Lift halfway. Fold in half. Find your vinyasa. And then we'll meet in child's pose. Coming back to the breath. Coming back onto your mat. Come back up onto hands and knees. Tuck your toes, come back to downward facing dog. This time, let's walk our hands to the back of the mat. Forward fold at the back of the mat. Bring your toes together, heels apart. We're going to find our chair pose, our fierce pose. Sitting down and back, try to relax your shoulders. Shift your weight into your heels, maybe wiggle your toes a little bit here. Make sure you're breathing. Breathe well, breathe easy. See if you can hold that pose. Finding strength and softness at the same time. One more breath in. Straighten the knees, forward fold, let it go. Lengthen halfway to prepare. Exhale to fold. Come back into your Utkatasana, fierce pose. Send it down and back. This time we're going to bring our palms together. Option to stay here. Option to reach forward on the inhalation and twist towards the left on your exhalation, so hooking your right elbow. Or you can come into an open twist if that's more comfortable. 2 breaths. Back through center. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale to twist. You can take an open twist or you can hook your thumb, or hook your elbow rather. Chair pose, come back through center. Exhale, straighten the knees, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold here. Let's walk hands to the top of the mat. We're going to find our plank pose here. Once you find plank, decide how you'd like to arrive in down dog. It can be through a flow, or you can send your hips to the sky. Inhale your right foot up high to the sky. Exhale, drop the toes to the mat with control. Do that again, lift with the heel. Exhale to drop. One more time, lift. This time, knee comes to nose, round the spine, find your cheetah pose. Send it back. Do it again, find your cheetah pose, round the spine, pull the knee into the nose. Send it back one more time. This time you'll step it through, warrior 1. Press down into the back foot and rise. Take a moment to settle. Take a moment to fix your gaze. And then take your hands behind your back. See if you can grab opposite wrists or even opposite elbows here. Straighten the front knee, step the back foot in a little bit. Inhale to lengthen the spine, exhale to pyramid. Drop both hands down to frame the front foot. Then take both hands to the inside of the right foot and walk your hands around to a wide-legged forward fold. You can bring your heels in slightly, toes out slightly, and fold. If you'd like to take your hands behind your back and interlace your fingers, you can do that for the shoulder stretch. Drop your hands down. We're going to come into our squat. So drop your tailbone down, Malasana, garland pose. Bring your palms together at your heart. You can come all the way onto your tailbone and take a seat if that feels better, or you can stack props under your tail if you'd like to. Sit up nice and tall. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Maybe close your eyes. And then draw hands down to the earth. Lift your tailbone up high. Shake it out. Start to walk the feet together so the feet are right under the hips. Sweep all the way up. Reach for the sky and bring your palms together. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Sun breath, inhale to come up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold here. One more time, lift all the way up. Exhale, dive all the way down. Lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold. All the way up, one more time, palms together, and then bring your hands to your heart. Find your mountain. Drop your hands down by your sides and bring yourself back to the top of your mat. Find your mountain pose at the top of your mat. Lift up high on the inhalation. Forward fold. Lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold. Stepping it back, high plank. Find your flow or come straight to down dog, your choice. Take your journey. This time we'll float the left foot up, lead with the heel. As you exhale, float the left toes down, let them kiss the mat. Do it again, lead with the heel. Float it down. This time lift gently. Exhale, knee comes to nose, rounding your spine. Bring it forward and hover. Let's do that again, send it back. Bring it forward to hover. Send it back. Step through with control. Warrior one, rise. Inhale, bring the energy up with you. And take a moment to find your warrior one. Hands come behind. See if you can grab opposite wrists or opposite elbows, maybe going non-habitual pattern. Straighten the front knee. Step the back foot in just a little bit. Bring your feet into 2 lanes of traffic. Deep breath in. Exhale to hinge as you come into your pyramid pose. Drop your hands down. Bring both hands to the inside of the left foot. We're going to come back into that forward fold. So walk your hands back to the center of your body. This time we'll take a little twist. So we're going to bring the right hand down onto a block or onto the ground or onto a book, whatever you have at home, and peel the left arm up, finding an open twist. Exhale, drop the hand down. Let's do it on the other side. Open twist. Drop it down. With your breath, it's an inhale to rise, and it's an exhale to fold. Let's do it one more time, each side. Opening through the chest, lifting the fingertips high, and then back through center to our squat, sending the tailbone down. Bringing the palms together at your heart. Maybe you want to press your fists together here, driving your elbows into your knees a little more, widening through the hips. Option to drop your left hand down and take your right arm up and over your head. If you have a bind in your practice, you can take it here. The right hand will come behind your back, and then the left thumb will point down to the earth. As you reach around the outside of your shin, see if you can hold hands with yourself. And then rotate the chest open. If a bind isn't in your practice, no problem. Just stay with the open arms. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So release the bind if you have it. Start with that open arm twist. And then if you want to bind, you can take a half bind, left hand behind, full bind, reaching around the outside of the right shin. See if you can make the connection and then open through the chest. Release your mind, come back through center, bring your palms together at your heart. We're going to press down into the ground, tailbone up high, forward fold, forward fold. Shake it out. Walk the feet back together, right under the hips. Sweep up high to the sky, press your palms together over your head, and then bring your hands to your heart. Working on a little bit of balance, we're going to press the left foot down into tree pose. Bringing the right foot anywhere you'd like, just be mindful of your knee. If you have the half lotus variation, sending your knee in the direction of your mat. Palms come together at your heart. Looking for breath and stillness. If there's another arm variation you'd like, you can take your arms up maybe, or branches, or cactus arms. Bring the palms back down towards your chest. Bring the right knee back in towards you, and then set it down. Shake it out a little bit. Good. We'll try that on the other side. Let's take a breath first. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Come back up. Big breath in. Exhale, release it. Let's come all the way back up and bring our palms together at our chest. This time we'll spread the right toes wide, plant the foot, bring the left knee in. And then figure out your option. Maybe you'd like to have your heel down low today, if you're feeling a little, or maybe higher, or maybe you'd like to give that half lotus variation a try. Fix your gaze, and if you want to take a different arm variation, you're welcome to do that. Gather your hands together at your heart again. Bring the left knee in towards your chest and set it down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Coming back to the top of your mat. We'll go through another flow. So reaching up, forward fold. Lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Step it back, find your high plank. And then we're going to take our left hand under our nose and find side plank. So option to drop your left knee down and peel your right arm up. Or if you'd like to, you can step the foot back and come into your full side plank, or take any variation you'd like here. Maybe you want to take a tree leg here, lifting your hips high. And then you'll find that same pose on the other side. So drop your knee or leave your knee lifted. Find your variation. See what you have going on this side. And then we'll meet in child's pose, reconnecting with the breath. Take a few more breaths in child's. Check in with your body. Notice if something shifted. Always noticing without judgment, without expectation, just with curiosity. And then come back up onto hands and knees. Tuck your toes, make your way back to down dog. This time, let's send our right foot up high to the sky. And as you exhale, with control, step the right foot forward between the thumbs. Low lunge. We're going to take the left foot and open it out to 90 degrees, pressing into both feet. Find warrior two. Fingertips. Settle in here. Torso comes over the center of your body. Flip both palms over, soften the shoulders. Building this from the ground up. Your feet are your roots. Grounding down. Flip your front palm, come to peaceful warrior, reach up and back. And then straighten just your front knee and come onto the heel of your front foot, reaching your right fingertips back. Replace the foot on the mat. Start to reach forward for your triangle pose. Getting broad through the gaze down at your right foot. We're going to start working into half moon. So if you have a block or a book and you'd like to bend into the front knee, you're going to reach towards your block and start to float up, finding your balance here. Your left hip over your right. This is a balancing pose. It's a little tricky, so let yourself practice. Let yourself fall. It's always a practice, every day. There's a half bind here. If you want to bend your left foot, left knee, you can reach back for the left foot with the left hand. Candy cane variation. And then release any binds you have. We're going to land very gently, very gracefully back in warrior two, right? There you go, settle in. Let's reconnect with the breath. Inhale, straighten the front knee, palms together. Exhale, find your warrior two. Do that again, straighten the front knee. Exhale, warrior two. One more time, straighten and lift. Exhale, warrior two. This time we're going to straighten, heels in, toes out. Goddess pose time. Send the tailbone down. Be strong, be fierce, take up space here. Make sure you're breathing. Sink down a little lower maybe. Inhale, find your star pose, reach up and over. Exhale, find your goddess. Do that again. Inhale, find your star. Exhale to goddess. One more time to star. Exhale to goddess. Slowly start to rise again. This time we're going to take our warrior two over our left fingertips. Settling in. Rooting down. Stillness. Flip your front palm, peaceful warrior. Reach up and back. And then option to straighten the front knee and peel the left toes up. Find length through your left side body. Drop the foot. Start to reach left fingertips forward, right hip back. Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle pose. So you know what's coming. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Start looking towards your left toe. I'm going to grab my block and move it to the other side. And then reach down. You can start with the right toes down, of course, and then play with this idea of lifting up through the right hip, pulling the left, and then floating your right arm up. Tricky, tricky, right? Think about leaning into a wall behind you, as if there's a wall right there. If you want to work on that bind, you can work on the bind. Pressing foot into hand, hand into foot. And then releasing the bind. Slowly bending into your standing knee. We're going to meet back in warrior two. Sink in. We'll flow with the breath a little bit. Inhale, straighten the front knee. Bring your palms together over your head. Exhale, find your warrior two. Twice more. Warrior two. One more time. Big breath in. Warrior two. Straighten your front knee. Let's rotate towards the top of the mat and step into Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a moment to settle into your feet here. Find your mountain pose. Find your breath. Next time you inhale, reach for the sky. Next time you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold. Let's step back and come right into down dog, so 1 foot at a time, meeting in down dog. So those of you who take my class often know that one of my favorite mantras is exercise is a side benefit of our yoga practice. So offering bouncing balls here. I just saw a bunch of people leave. Offering bouncing balls here. So bouncing balls, if you'd like to come to down dog. And then bend deeply into your knees. And then with control, pressing your weight into your palms, hop up and bring your heels to your hips. Landing gently. That wasn't so gently. So take a few of those. Take as many as you'd like. It's a bit of handstand preparation, right? Because you're shifting your weight forward and you're floating the feet up using your core to lift a little higher. And then find your child's pose. Come back up onto hands and knees. This time we're going to send our right leg up high. And then option here to bend the right knee and roll the right hip over the left hip, keeping the right shoulder square to the ground. Inhale, come up onto the ball of the left foot. Lift the heel, lift it. And as you exhale, drop the left heel. Do it again. Inhale, lift your heel. Exhale to drop. You can stay here in balance, or you can flip your dog, making your right toes heavy. Let the ground catch them as you lift your chest and reach back with your right hand. And then come back over, down dog splits, right leg high. Bring the right knee in towards the nose, find your cheetah pose, and then settle down for your pigeon pose. So feel free to use a block under your right hip here if you'd like. Or flip over onto your back and find your figure four. So coming into your hip opener, whether it's on your back or in resting half pigeon. Settle in, find your breath. Knowing that if you need to make an adjustment, make an adjustment. If you're in resting half pigeon, your hips are meant to be square with one another. So you might want to pop something under your right hip, maybe a blanket. And then concentrate on your breath here. Feeling the back body rise and soften. If you have any variations here that you'd like to take, maybe coming up onto your palms, bending your back knee and reaching back for your mermaid or your king pigeon, whatever your body needs today. As you know, yoga is a personal practice. It's not a competitive practice at all. It's for you and your body. So honoring that. And then gently releasing any binds you'd like, any binds you have. Come up onto your palms. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee. Come back to down dog and pedal it out here. Take movement. Sway your hips. Maybe you'd like to go through another flow, pressing into plank and going through your half or full chaturanga. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Big inhale to lift the left leg up high. Exhale to bend the left knee and find balance. Drop your left shoulder down. And then inhale onto the ball of the right foot. Exhale, drop the heel. Do that again. Lift and drop. And then decide if you'd like to stay or if you'd like to work on flipping your dog. And you can have both toes pointing away from you. Or if you'd like to do more of a wild thing, you can come onto the knife edge of your right foot, straightening your right knee. Come back through center. Down dog split, left leg high. And then as you exhale, bring the left knee in towards your nose as you round your spine and settle down for your pigeon or your figure four. Remember, you can always place a block under your left hip. Square your shoulders and then fold. If you'd like to work on a bind or back bend, you can come up onto your palms and maybe bend the back knee, maybe reach back for the foot. Powerful bind, you can take it. Gently release any binds you have. Everybody meeting back up onto your palms. We're going to make our way back to downward facing dog. Take whatever movement feels good. If you want to go through another flow, you can go through another flow. Maybe even coming into plank and tucking your left toes behind your right ankle for a three-limbed chaturanga or a three-limbed plank. We'll meet in down dog, final down practice. And then coming onto hands and knees. We're going to stack our joints and find a little twist here. Send the left arm up high to the sky. And then thread your needle. Send your left shoulder down, come onto your left temple. And walk your knees back so they're under your hips. And then use your right hand, press down to increase the sensation of the twist. Option to step back onto the ball of the right foot. Option to come into down dog splits here, leading with your right heel. You can also take the right arm up and find a half bind. Replace the hand, replace the knee, send the left arm up high, unwind, big breath in. Exhale, drop it down. I'm going to turn around. You guys stay right where you are. We're going to do it on the other side. Right arm floats. Thread the needle, bring the right arm under, and then make sure the knees are under the hips. Same options here. You can leave the foot down or you can float the foot up. You can also take a half bind if you'd like. And then start to unwind. Press the left palm into the ground as you send your right arm up high. And then replace it. Take a few cat-cows here. Maybe sway your hips around a little bit. Realign your spine. And we'll meet in a seated position. Bring the soles of the feet together. Nice wide diamond shape with the legs. We'll find butterfly. Tuck your chin in, drop your head. Round your spine. Sink into it. Start to come back up through center. Bend your legs, bend your knees. Take your feet out in front of you and let the knees fall from side to side. We'll take a twist. So we're going to extend the right leg long, flex the foot, and then step the left foot over the right thigh. Pull the knee in with you. So we have a couple of options here. You can either wrap it around your knee and take your left hand behind you, or you can take the elbow and cross it over and take your left hand behind you, gazing over your back shoulder. Either way, sit up tall as you inhale and rotate, looking over your back shoulder as you exhale. Come back through center. Option to take a little counter twist here. And if you know baby grasshopper and you'd like to take it, you can take it. Left hand will come to the outside edge of the right foot. And then you'll plant your right hand or come onto your right forearm as you lift your hips and bring your chest parallel to the mat. So just a little option to play with an arm balance here. Pressing into that right hand, making a chaturanga arm and lifting through the leg, lifting through the hips. Legs come out in front of you, tick-tock them back and forth. And then we'll take that same twist on the other side, extend the left leg, bring the right knee over. You can either take that hug or hook the elbow, and then send your gaze over your back shoulder. Release the bind. Counter pose, counter twist, or baby grasshopper, this time right hand reaches for the outer edge of the left foot. You can also use a strap to make this connection, or a tie from your bathrobe or anything that you have like that, a towel, something like that. And then press into the left hand and start to lift, lift, lift the hips, and then bend the elbow, chest parallel to the mat, looking forward towards your foot. And then reach back behind you. Tick-tock the knees one more time. Starting to come down onto our backs. Plant your feet and start to roll down slowly. Make your way all the way onto your back. Bring your knees in. Take some circles here. Go in both directions. And then plant the left foot down. Send the right leg high to the sky. Interlace your fingers behind your right shin or your right calf or hamstring. And pull the leg in, flexing the foot. Circle the ankle around a little bit, the right ankle. And then we'll take a supine twist. Bend the right knee and draw the right knee across your chest. Extending your right arm long, sinking your right shoulder into the earth. Find a few breaths here. Come back onto your back. Plant your right foot down into the ground and send the left leg up. Pull the leg in towards you. Sliding your hands wherever you'd like. It might even be up on your ankle. Maybe the back of your leg, your hamstring, or your calf. Rotating through the left ankle this time. Find your supine twist, bending the left knee and rotating. Relax your left shoulder. Come back to a neutral spine. And then draw your knees in one last time and take any movement that you feel you still need. It could be a happy baby or a waterfall pose. Anything that you feel you need to complete your practice. We're going to start making our way into our final rest, our most important pose. So come onto your back when you're ready. Maybe you want to bring a bolster or blanket or pillow under your knees for a little support. And then settle in. Give yourself full and total permission to rest your mind and your body. Thank yourself for coming to your mat this morning. And thank you for sharing your practice with me. Stay here as long as you'd like. And when you're ready to get up with a sense of gratitude for today's practice.